Hey guys, Sage Janata here, and we're going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Now, I do have a character on Final Fantasy XIV that, I have played both on Twitch and as well as on YouTube throughout since 2015, basically, since I started my YouTube journey. But we are going to be going over to the Primal Data Center. Yes, we're going to be going over to the Primal Data Center, and we're going to be creating the brand new character that I made. This lovely dude. So, and actually, my bad, it's actually not even on this server. It's actually this guy. Yes. Yeah, we're gonna start with this guy. Now, what I'm going to do in this series is I'm going to be playing strictly the main story quest. I'm going to be showing that off throughout this series. If you guys like to see more, do me a favor, hit that like button. And of course, if you are not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit that little red subscribe button, help me out, join the RPG Village, and, I'll see you soon. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We are diving in! World is currently full! Players in queue 42! What? What? I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, this will always happen. There has been a huge influx of new characters coming in. Some people say that it's partly because of the WoW Exodus, but I won't get into that today, guys.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Y'all right, lad? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. That'll be the ether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret though, you'll soon get used to it. Yeah, just take a drink like me. Feeling better, Kupo? Aha, you can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Muggles and we live in this wood. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo. And seeing how you're special, maybe you could tell us something. This wood's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? Well, I mean, I'm watching a Moogle take a drink. But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it. Yeah, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Catania's still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? Vermont's the name, and peddling's me trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I say you are one of them new adventures, am I warm? I knew it! Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory, now that's what I call living. As long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days. These days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be as old Remnant's a chatterbox, but he sure as hail's no busybody. We all have a secret or three, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather they stay secret too. Which is why I don't go kicking up me nose where they ain't welcome. Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt! Go no further! What's this then? Wah! What's going on? A skirmish is broken up ahead on the Ixial. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells, we shall hold him here. Try to play clear. I get the feeling I'll be seeing these guys again. That was too bleeding close. Nice that the Ixios sent us a welcome party though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those featherheads. Those feathered fiends, so just you take care, alright? Featherheads. By the by, is this your first trip to Gudania? No. Thought not. But I'll wager there's been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journeyed interlant to teach you a few new things about your destination. Ahem. The city of Gudania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest luscious forest in all Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that not since the Calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in, and gave the Ixiel unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold Gudania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals. Alright.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest, close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the seventh umbral era. However, the goddess Nofika was never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes another brave soul. One who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's back to the high road for me. Yeah, I want you to have this by way of thanks of keeping me company. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the matron take him to her bosom, that he may never want. And in his heart, sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
You there! Yes, you! Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am but Tenant, a wood whaler of Gudania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies, while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. Hey, I'm a friend, unless you don't need me to be, because then I'll punch you in the butt. Like I said, I'm a friend, unless you need me to punch you in the butt. Welcome to Gudania, a vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. We are going to be using mouse and keyboard. Follow the instructions, yada yada yada. I already know this. So basically, we don't need this. We sure don't need this. So it's pretty simple. You hit WASD keys to move around. You right click these little guys. And I will disable that a little bit later. They used to have a little checkbox where you can disable those guys. So, accept the quest. Another green adventure, that I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gudania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off and begin pestering every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carleen Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carleen Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Moraine within, and she will take you in hand. Yeah, so basically, simple quest lines, guys. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. You go to where the quest tells you, and so forth. And maybe I want to head this way, jerks. Fine. I'll speak to the mother. Yes, collecting rewards. I'll speak to the mother. Well, well, what have we here? A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Why, yes. Welcome. Moaine's my name, or Mother Moaine, as most call me, and the Carleen Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gudania, I have the honor of providing good guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the Guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gudania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well within our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant apprehension. The Ixiel and the various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north, and that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me, 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste, when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. This is what people call the Calamity. Scarcely a square mile of the 12 swords was spared the devastation, and yet, despite the forest's extensive ruins, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet, amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to be known as the Warriors of Light. That sounds like magic! Like, that describes a spell that was cast. I have read books upon spells in the past. I've read the Dresden Files. That sounds like a spell. But anyway, does have these events... Yeah, I've already read this. Ahem. Play. Do not feel daunted by the deeds of legend. We do not ask that you become another warrior of light, only that you do what you can do to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill. Scrawl your name right there. Oh, and I would appreciate if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th hell for those who are amusing aliases. For those who use amusing aliases. Nice hint, Square Enix. Nice hint. Basically, what they're trying to tell you is, don't make a name that's offensive. Don't make a name that's dirty. This is basically Square Enix's way of saying, yeah, be nice. Sage Hinata, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Nope, that's my name. That is my name. But gee, I seem to recall other characters from other data centers using the same name. I wonder. Nope, that's my name. Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania, nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelves Wood. The guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived! Another God's damned adventurer! Don't you start with that! Wrong voice act. Don't you start with that! Adventures are the very salve that Gridania needs. The Elder Seedseer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not, lest you forget it's my sworn duty to uphold the peace. am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the seventh hell. Bring it on, buddy! I'll punch you in the butt! I got a bow! I'll take you on! Anywho. Ahem. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the 12's wood of late, you see. And the wood whalers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however, given a catalog of exemplary deeds and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm up to you. Handful of years, try about a few videos. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Moraine to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. So there you have it. And we just leveled up as well. Alright, let's get the next one started. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, we must be sure that you must have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetherlight. The massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetherlight Plaza, not far from the Carline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetherite plays a key role in the life of ever-wandering adventurers. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch the surface. A member of the Wood Dwellers will be present to offer further instruction. For your second task, you are to visit the Archers Guild. There's no better place to learn the arts of the bow. Speak with Athalnia, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I will have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor and all the various items that an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Paul's Montlet and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, but be sure to offer him one of my favorite eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. Eel pies? You have your task, Sage. May no figure guide your path. And one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizen in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I'm certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in times folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also just suggest you lend an ear to the smith here at the Canopy. The smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice of neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. So basically, like I said, if you want to look at these tutorials, you can. You can access them at any time. You can also log out at any time. Sanctuaries, yeah, a crescent moon icon will appear to the right of your experience bar. Yeah, we already knew that. And as well as navigation. So now we are in the middle of all of this. And yes, I am a new player, apparently. I'm a sprout, apparently. So, that's a thing. So, the first thing we gotta do... Greetings, adventure. I see you are faithfully following Mother Moyne's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nicia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetherites. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as those devices are found in almost every corner in Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing out into the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. So, we just learned Return. This will take us back to this big Aetherite. So, yes, like I said, I'll close that on another time. And by the way, if you want to take a look at your map, just hit M and it'll take you to where you need to go. Also, you can hit the little button here to sprint. Yeah, access to the Ethernet that allow you to fast travel back and forth between the Archers Guild and the Aetherite. So now we're going to head to the Archers Guild. We are going to do that. I'm going to show you guys basically what you need to do here. Greetings, friend. You have found your way to the Archers Guild. Do you seek to uncover the secrets of our art? Now that I think of it, you have the look of one who has received Mother Moyne's gentle instruction. Very well, I shall give you a brief introduction to archery and the Archers Guild. The skills practiced by our archers allow them to gauge an enemy's weakness from afar and turn the tide of a battle with a single well-placed arrow. Should you join us, you will be taught to do the same. Archery as practiced in Gridania was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elysian, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mikote. As you can doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Though the two people began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another. Their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art that it is known today. For a time, the bow was used primarily for hunting, but as the hunters vied with one another to prove who was the better shot, there emerged a group of archers whose ultimate goal lay not in the practical pursuit of prey, but in perfection. Thus was the Archers Guild born from the ranks of the Trappers League. It is the way of the guild to promote greatness in archery through friendly competition. Friendly competition, and the result of our methods can be seen in the variant archers of the gods' quiver, many of whom spent their formative years losing arrows at the guild's practice butts. I hope this gives you a better idea of who we are and what we do. Did I see the spark of ambitions flare in your eyes? If you wish to draw a string from the finest archers in Eorzea, look no further than the Archers Guild. Before you can enlist, however, you must gain the approval of the Guildmaster. Once you are ready to proceed, speak with me again, and we can begin about seeing about your enrollment. Well, that was a sentence and a half. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and join the the Archers Guild. The look in your eye precedes your determination. It will be my pleasure to refer you to Grandmaster Luciani. Lest you worry unduly, Luciani is a affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. Luciani awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join your guild. To join the guild. By the way, guys, if I'm mispronouncing Luciani, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll do my best to better pronounce her name. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Luciani, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art and offer you a foretaste of which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines in war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast its destructive force of a sword or spear, the myriad strategic applications more than compensate for the shortcoming, and an experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery in a veritable deluge of death, which will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and therefore determine the most advantageous course of action. This is a paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness. With the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to install a discerning eye with this movement, that they might learn to strike its vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend a bow, but it's no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must prepare for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Yes. Very well. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you to the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In doing so, you prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. Report back to me when the task is complete. I doubt it will trouble you unduly. Alright. That's taken care of. Now, there is one other thing that I do need to do. Just one small task. It actually which, let me go ahead and run. It actually has to do with this little area right here. Now, like I said, I am familiar with a majority of the game. But like I said, if you have questions in the comment, do me a favor, post the links in the comments. If you want to know what server I am in, like I said, it is Primal, and the server, it's the Primal Data Center, and the server is known as the Exodus server. Now, my main that I stream on Twitch, if you wish to know that, it is on the Aether Data Center, and in Midgard some more. So, as I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, be sure to drop it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Pars Montlet, master of the markets, with a weird-ass name? You think you can stroll in here bold as you please and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be healers. If, on the other hand, you have some tasty morsel to curly my flavor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Moyne's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, son. I smelled that eel pie of yours a mile away. Hand it over. Okay, handing over items, it's pretty simple. Just go here, hand over. Eel pie, though. That flaky crust, I barely even ate it. Just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the Rosewood and Ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the provenance of the Rosewood stalls, directly south of here. You will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective straps and the like. If it is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the Ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked with wildly traveled Uldan merchants, and I may truly say I have seen things among their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far, whelp? The first step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go, peruse the stalls to see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience. After all, and I am weary of talking unless you have another eel pie. And honestly, that's all you really need to do. You don't need to talk to any of these guys. So, yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and do this the long way. I could hit return, I could easily go to the Aetherite, but I'm going to go ahead and do this the long way. Now, I'm probably going to go ahead and attune to the smaller Aetherites through the Ethernet off stream. Off. I'm so used to being on Twitch, guys. Off video. Offline. Off video is what I mean. Off video is what I mean. So, yeah. There's a couple of things. Number one, you may have heard some music through a harp. That's because of a class that this game has. And I have heard some insane harmonies in this game. I swear I heard somebody play the beat to Megalovania. Anywho, let's talk to Mother Moyne. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little task, I trust. The 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. And you took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry? I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial they may seem. I am good. I'm good. I am thankful you are an obliging sword sage. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gridania can rely on your aid and in its struggles to come. So, complete. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so for this, I have to be level 4. And I am... We'll get there. We'll get there. So, basically, guys, what... Now, you could do this a couple ways. One, you could do the ton of simple side quests all around Gridania. And I do mean ton. Or you could do what I'm about to do and go kill some stuff. Yeah, battle. I already know this. So anyway, the class quests. You see these little symbols on top of the creatures we're about to face? Those are for basically class creatures you have to kill. Also, achievements. You've gotten your first achievement. Yep. We'll get achievements as the game progresses. So... Yep, we got experience points, bonding items, yep. So... So basically, what I'm doing is I'm hitting the number 1 button to use my main skill, but every so often, straight shot opens up. So whenever you see the little square thing light up, I can use straight shot. Okay, we killed everything that we needed to kill in this area. Now, to look for the creatures, the other creatures, is simple. Now, there's another thing I'm going to show off before I end the video today. You may notice on the top right-hand corner, I have a thing that says mail. You have a new letter. That's like 20-something letters. Well, yeah, I have a lot of awards. So basically, I'm gonna like, if you create a new character and you either got the collector's edition of the games or just the main games, for the many times you subscribe to this game, you get veteran rewards. So I'm going to go ahead and return to lovely Gridania. We're going to head over to the Archers Guild. Now, the reason why I have so many letters is because of the fact that I have had this game since day one. I originally beta tested this A Realm Reborn. I was given the PC version of A Realm Reborn for free, and like I said, I was there during the launch of A Realm Reborn. You have proven yourself a worthy place in these halls. It is with pleasure that I name you an Archer of the Guild. As fellows of the path, let us together strive for greater mastery of our art. Now, though you may be a member of the Archers Guild, know that your seniors will not coddle you with personal attention. It is up to you to seek the experiences you need to grow as an archer. To this end, I present you with this hunting log. Written within it are names of such creatures that you would provide a fitting challenge. Should you find yourself lacking direction, you would do well to refer to the log. By way of a first step, I encourage you to practice proper technique, loose arrow after arrow, and paying close attention to form, until the movement becomes second nature. When drawing your bowstring has become as natural to you as drawing breath, and the world seems clearer when viewed down the shaft of an arrow, return to me. Go well, my young apprentice. So basically, every 5 levels in any class, you will end up getting a class quest. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and fast travel back this way. We are going to go ahead and get to level 4. Which, by the way, getting to the level that you need is fairly easy. Like, as I said, you could choose to do all these side quests. You can. I don't see I personally, I don't like doing side quests unless it's important. Like, unless it gives you something special. Like, unless it gives you something that that is really cool, or something that, as I said, unless you get something decent out of it. Alright, what we're gonna do and yeah, it won't take me long to get to level 4. It will not take me long whatsoever. See? And that's the hunting log. The hunting log gives you additional experience, and it's good. So there's a hunting log for that. I might do the hunting log as time goes by. We shall see. Like I said, we shall see. But for the most part, it's going to be mostly story that I'll be diving in. So we are now at the level to get the next story quest. There we go. Sage, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It is a trained ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because it is an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galflid, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there is anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The 12 Swords no place for merry strolls through the underbush. So that is a nice way of Square Enix saying, don't go too far than what you should. Yeah, that is basically Square Enix's way to say, don't go too far than what you should go. Like, for example, I'm only level 4. I don't need to go to a place that has level 12 creatures. So, we are going to go ahead and head towards our destination. As I said, this place, I will say this, Gridania is quite beautiful. I love the outlook of this game, and this is on PC, on possibly the highest specs that I can muster. Greetings, Sage Hinata. Moraine sent word to expect you. My name is Galflid, and I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your service. The 12 Swords must change since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elemental wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life have been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear to the eyes of an outsider, the 12 Sword is ailing. Its once rich variety of fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it's my hope that adventurers like you, such as you, will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to the request and do all you can, and may the elementals bless your endeavors, Sage Hinata. So, I'm going to go ahead and take this guy. Yeah, we got a new piece of armor. And we leveled up. I see you are eager to lend a hand. That as well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral Era, many of the 12 Zord creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venture into the forest without the proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be sufficient in quality, present yourself to me for inspection. So, this is the game's way of trying to teach you about gear. Yes, this is the game's way of trying to teach you about gear. So, we are going to go ahead and put on some equipment. Yeah. That's all we have for right now. But if you're new and you are not sure of how to get some more equipment, there's a couple of ways. I mean, you could have the equipment drop off of monsters and such, or you can buy some battle gear. Which, yeah, it's, like I said, I could easily get some stuff. So everything needs to be level 5, first of all. So we need that. We need a chest piece, which I can actually check my armory. My armor chest. Yeah, we need basically equip. Can't change gear now because I'm already in the thing. That's okay. That's okay. So, also, I completely forgot about the. Like I said, for anyone who is brand new to the game and you need level 5 gear as an archer, look for the things that says Disciple of War. For example, chest piece, gloves, and such like that. If you need gil, just kill some stuff. Just go out there and go kill some stuff. But I've already gotten everything that I've needed. So, ready for inspection, are we? Yes, I think you passed muster. You would be surprised of how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Sage. So, which, by the way, we're going to go ahead and get a short bow. Okay, we got a new skill, Venomous Bite. Sage. By your tireless efforts, you have proved yourself a friend of Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need of secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you that only it concerns suspicious activity in the 12 Wood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. So, this guy. Yeah. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard of the suspicious individual has been seen prowling the 12's Wood. And you may also be aware that Exali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sightings of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tighten our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive. Almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Sage. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in our investigation. Of course I'm going to aid you in your investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifeman's Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support lest our quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. So, I know what I'm about to face. I know what's about to happen. Yeah, and by the way, we are introduced to the full active time event system, which is coming up shortly. But one thing I'm going to do, real quick, There we go. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Because what I'm going to do real quick is attune to this big etherite. Because the game itself is not going to remind you this. And now what I'm going to do, yep, teleport. We now have learned the spell teleport. Also, our little Moogle friend is right here. I don't think I need to read this, but yeah. Basically, yeah, 20 new letters. I know. So... And I think I ended up getting this from the development team from constantly subscribing for many years. A lot of these, that is. That much I'm almost positive for. Like the wind-up Moogle. And of course... And of course the bottle of Fantasia. And I'm also almost positive that part of this is because of one, my pre-order of Final Fantasy XIV, the collector's edition. I ended up getting several collector's editions of the expansions. Thank you for returning to Final Fantasy XIV. And I do believe that's all of it. Now, to access said items, a lot of the stuff you just basically... I don't need to use the Fantasias. There we go. Now, we're going to continue. And yes, I went the long way. I did things the hard way, okay? I know this. Now, I want to be careful because some of these creatures are level 9. So, and I do see some hunting logs as well. Let's avoid the big tree. Now, I'm going to talk about this little thing. The magic blade. This little glowing icon is a instance quest. If you are, which means you have to do this alone. So we're going to interact. You are about to enter an instant quest. Instant battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in it. Yeah, we know. We know. And here we go.
Look, someone's already here. Oh dear, is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the Green Wrath, you know. Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood, we
this
almost
our
ended up
dark
as a
stranger?
dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place. It was all
not
Papolino's
this
fault,
one.
of course.
Not even close.
Though he'd sooner swallow his staff than admit that he's wrong.
All while at the same time the lady is constantly just babbling.
You know him, Kubla Kop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that. Kuplo Kop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow, and this sort of thing happens.
Hi! I think somebody's mad.
It seems we have little choice.
Easy enough.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
And what have we here?
Our culprit, it would seem. An Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. a chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an excellent
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida? Oh, loud, tactless. Much the same as always.
Giant crystals? Can't say I've seen any. Are you sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
I love the Moogles. I absolutely love the Moogles.
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock. You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
So yes, that was our first instance quest. We are going to go ahead and complete this lovely quest line. We're going to head back and complete it, and then we are going to wrap things up, my friends. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV videos, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos on YouTube, let me know. And of course, as always, if you like what you see, if I've earned your subscription, hit that subscription button, my friends. I would love to welcome you guys. But anyway, let's go and complete our lovely quest. Sage! It is good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you've been spotted doing battle with enraged Trillians. I'm relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, were we able to discover a life mint stump? How about this weird sword? A sword in the stump and a dead Ixal? I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It is a kind of used exclusively in the Beastman's rituals. An Ixal rarely set foot in the Central Shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a task? I fear something is afoot! What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? Ha 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 ha! So you've finally been acquainted with Ida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicions to rest. Cridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they offer the assist of the gods. They often assist the gods' quiver and the wood wailers in their works. Goodness gracious, I can't speak today. Much as I hope you will in the days to come, Sage. Although our unknown visitors elude us still owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Exali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. So let's go ahead and complete the quest. Sage, injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sword to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of local Chikoge population as necessary to acquire 3 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them to Monrenguin at Gilbert Spire. He will answer your queries you might have. Now I have other business to attend to. Alright. What we are going to do, my friends, is we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor, as I said, if you like the video, you want to see more, by all means, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let me see that you enjoyed this video. And of course, if you have any questions about Final Fantasy XIV, by all means, comment. I would love to see your comments down below. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next time. Love you guys, and have a good day.